Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be having a little look at some of the warbands, if not one of them. Gosh, already ruining it. For the Wurmspat. This was released on the 30th of January and currently for me it's the 3rd, so I'm a couple of days late, but when am I never late? Yeah, before we begin, if you'd like to see more videos along these lines, please hit the subscribe button and destroy the bell button so that you never miss an upload. So here we have the rather beautiful Wurmspat. I know nothing other than these guys, other than that are nurgle. I'm going to guess this guy is some kind of wizard or spellcaster. So it could be interesting. Let's have a little look. For too long, the underworlds escaped the love of Grandfather Nurgle. Now the time has come to take the ultimate competitive miniatures game in the Plague God's embrace. The Wurmspat have arrived today, and we're looking at just what repulsive rabble of rotbringers have to offer your games. Who are the Wurmspat? Brought to Beastgrave by Vast Worm Maggot, the Wurmspat are a warband of Nurgle rotbringers who seek to reverse the Catframe curse, seeing it as the anathema to the Nurgle's endless cycle of death and rebirth. Unfortunately, the Beastgrave's other inhabitants, they're going about their holy work by spreading as much filth as possible. The fighters, Gurglok the Butcher. Gurglok the Butcher is big, tough, and very choppy, just as it expects from a putrid Blight Knight to be. Like all the Wurmspat, Gurglok reduces the damage of incoming attacks by 1 for each block he rolls when he defends, giving you some extra insurance against crits or attacks with Cleave. Even uninspired, he's brutally effective combatant with 3 smash on his attacks, making him super reliable. Pretty good then. So I'm probably going to do a different review of this card, but maybe I won't. Gurglok the Butcher. And they inspire when 3 or more enemy fighters are out of action and or have 1 or more wound tokens. Okay, so you have to attack all of them to do this. He does do 2 damage, swings 3 hammers, and then when he Super Saiyans up, he does the same really, just as Cleave. However, it says when this fighter is dealt damage by an attack, reduce the damage by 1 to a minimum of 1 for each shield in the defense roll. So if you are successful, you still take 1 damage off, which is good. And he has 2 dice to defend with. Okay, so it's only going to take off 1 damage, so it's not OP, but it could be a little thingy. In my opinion, I'm already jumping a gun here. I think that I'm not impressed with their Inspire mechanic, if I'm brutally honest. I wonder if the rest of them are the same. Sepsimus Plague Swarm. Sepsimus Plague Swarm trades Gurglok's reliably for some always welcome range, making him a decent threat. That's great for picking off enemy fighters that dare flee from Nurgle's love. When inspired, his whirling spear will make short of massed enemies. So he has a range of 2, which is good, very good, and 2 and 2, so it does the same as to the guy, I'm brutally honest. 4 wounds, 1, oh, let me just check, right, the other guy, 4 wounds, yeah, moves 3, so standard move stat, not OP, okay. When he Super Saiyans up though, he does 3 damage, and he also has a scything attack that does 2 damage a piece. That is actually really good, especially if you're going against the swarm. So I personally think this one's better than the other guy, if I'm honest, looking at him. No, the other guy's got more chance of doing criticals, so yeah, but still, I like this guy better, I think. And then we've got Fecular Flyblown. I can't tell. Fecular Flyblown is the leader of the Wurmspat and boasts an excellent attacking spell in Stream of Corruption. In the early game, Fecular is key for softening up enemy fighters and putting all important wound tokens on enemies that won't come close, thus hastening your inspiration. Okay, so I'm guessing this is a woman. I'm being really sexist here, but all the lumps and bumps and the facial hair is giving me the, careful how I end the sentence, the impression that it is a woman. And she is a level 2 wizard from the start. Good, and she's got a rather good basic spell. However, it does mean that she is able to cast spells from the beginning, which makes her actually pretty good. And again, the same inspire mechanic of 3 or more enemy fighters out of action and or more wound tokens. So you can hit 3 people and then be inspired, so it's actually alright. Probably not so great against the Ylthari's Guardians, because, excuse me, if you can heal them, then you kind of remove it. Oh, this is interesting. The spell, if you look at it, when she is inspired, I keep calling her a she, but I think it is a woman. She inspires and changes, instead of swirlies, as I like to call them, into lightnings. And again, they all have the same defense thingy, but she only has 1 defense roll. And the other guy, let me see, he ends up being inspired and having 2, and the other guy is, yeah, so they all inspire 2. Yeah, basically keeping your leader back, which is the usual deal. Playstyle, just like their Warhammer Age of Sigmar counterparts, the Wurmspat are slow moving. Well, they're not really slow. Dwarves are way slower. Relentless and absolutely fantastic over an extended period. While they may seem a little slow out of the gate, their survivability and ability to neutralise crits or attacks means that they'll be fighting at peak efficiency even in the late game, while acting as a great foil against 2 aggressive warbands. So I think these guys seem to be a decent mix, if I'm honest. They've got good range, they've got a good scything attack, a decent mid-range attack, and she's got the spells. So she's got a threat bubble of 6 hexes, and he's got a thingy of 5. The other guy's just 3, or 4 technically. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I like him. And I like the little nurgling dog thing. I wonder if that's got a name. Does it have a name? No, it doesn't have a name. I reckon there's going to be a ploy that includes that. So let's see. Top gambits. The Wurmspat have some of the most powerful and useful, unusual gambits in all of the Warhammer Underworlds, thanks to the cycle keyword in the new mini-game mechanic designed to represent Nurgle's lingering influence. Generally, cycle ploys persist until you play another, meaning each can have a massive impact over other action round. Take the unnatural vitality, a great way to close distance on your enemy early in the game. Once you're confident you have cornered them, switch out for the nauseous revulsion, an incredible defensive boon that reduces the dice of incoming attacks. Using cycle cards correctly, I'll finish this up because I've got a couch on the way. Sorry guys. Using the cycle cards correctly, you'll be able to mastering the victory with the Wurmspat. Okay. Plus 1 move to all fighters of some effects until you play the cycle. So that's good. So I'm moving 4. Really good actually. And then another one, -1 dice to a minimum of 1. Attack actions made by enemy fighters, 1 or more friendly fighters. This effect, that's really good. The burgeoning. Heal 1. The first friendly fighter that moves, placed, pushed, or driven back into a lethal hex. The fighter is not dealt damage from the lethal hex. The effects. Right, okay, so hold on. So if you're pushed into heal 1, okay, so you heal 1 then. Oh, okay. I'm confused. Does that mean it applies to all of them? Or does that mean it applies to just one person? Because it doesn't say pick one. If it heals them all, then that's really sick. As an elite aggressive warband, upgrades are key to playing the Wurmspat. There are loads of excellent warband-specific options for you. Unstoppable Tread is absolutely brilliant and Septimus, allowing him to poke enemies with his spear while inexorably advancing on the enemy. The Living Plague is a great way to maximize damage on warbands that would wear you down with multiple attacks, punishing them with damage in return, whilst Retchling shields you Retchling, there you go, pesky /damage. So again, reaction, push, was fighter 1 hex, good, that's fun. After this fighter's activation, push 1 hex, so you can move them then thingy, that's good, or you can attack, no, I don't know, reaction, sorry guys. After this, enemy's fighter's successful range 1 attack action targets this fighter, roll a 1 defense dice, the enemy fighter's dealt 1 damage, good. Not overpowered, but good. And then an upgrade for Fecula is, each time this fighter attempts to cast a spell, after the casting roll you can change one of the symbols to a lightning. In addition, This fighter cannot be dealt damage by backlash. Okay. Cool. I like Retchling already. Kind of my favourite model. Might even put him on a separate base, who knows. Top objectives. I won't read it all because I'll just leave it there. You can pause it and read it. Sacred Trial. Skeleton end phase if your warband holds 3 or more objectives. Cushy. It's kind of easy to do. It just says end phase. Duel. Skeleton end phase if there are 1 or more surviving friendly fighters. And 3 or more surviving friendly enemy fighters are out of action. Tricky, and there's only 2, so I wouldn't think it's really that great. I think the other one's actually really good, the Trial Herb one. Cycle of Decay. Skeleton end phase if you played 2 or more cycle ploys in the pursuit. That's really easy to do if you've got loads of them. That should be really cool. The Wurmspat are available for pre-order. In the meantime, check back for tomorrow on Universal cards. Okay, so that's the end of this little mini review. Overall opinion? I actually like them. I've got a lot of Chaos Warbands, so it will suffice and it will go in. I think it's interesting dynamic, as in they seem to be good at most things appear to be. Could be wrong. They might be really pants, but if the guy who's got scything's really good, he's got a good reach, she's going to be your main damage dealer, and him. Pretty much, yeah. I think for there seem like there could be an aggressive warband. That +1 move and -1 damage is actually really good. So they're going to be tough to beat, I think. But yeah, genuinely like them, and I probably will get them, even though me and James have had a bit of an argument, kind of, not really, over who's going to get what, with the new Ogre guys coming out. But I have said that we basically both get them, and he'll end up hitting them better anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to watch another one, please hit subscribe and destroy the bell button. You'll never miss another upload. Thank you very much.